Japan is on the verge of no longer functioning after birth rate plummets to record low. So this birth rate issue in Japan is also a problem that you bros, you passport bros, had to be aware about, because this signifies a deep seeding lying issue in the country. So Japan saw record 1.6 million deaths last year as births marked a 5% fall. That's insane, bro. The number of babies born in Japan has dropped to the lowest the country has ever seen since record began 125 years ago. All-time record in 2025. That's insane, brothers. That is insane. Falling ninth straight year despite government efforts to reverse the decline. You know, in Tokyo, they had this dating app, right? To get people together. That didn't work. They tried a lot of things that didn't work. And y'all got to be very aware as to there's problems in Japan, okay? And it may not ever be fixed. So let's go over here. Japan recorded just over 700k births in 2024, which is 5% down from the previous year. The year-on-year decline underscores Japan's long-standing issues of a rapidly aging and shrinking population, which has serious fallout for the country's economy and national security. The country saw a record of 1.6 million deaths last year, causing the population to shrink by almost 900,000 people, including those who immigrated out of Japan. It means that 2 people died for every new baby born. What the flip? What's going on there? That's insane. So it says here, reacting to the developments, Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba accepted that the trend of declining births has not been reversed yet. Okay. We need to be aware the trend of falling births have not been arrested. Okay. But the number of marriages posted an increase, giving close ties between the number of marriages and number of births. We should focus on that aspect as well. I agree. So if you want to have a baby, right, with a Japanese chick outside of marriage, it ain't happening. Okay. Very, very rare, extremely rare will you come across a Japanese chick who is okay having your child outside of marriage, right? You want a baby with a Japanese chick, you must get married with her, okay? You have to. This isn't America, this isn't the UK where English chicks will let you bust in them and then without marriage have a baby, etc., etc. With Japanese chicks, yeah, you will have to get married if you're going to have a child with her, okay? It says here, Japan's demographics have raised policymakers and researchers as it is also the fastest aging country with nearly 30% of the population already over 65. And that's a point there that I wanted to expand in my future Japan streams, okay? Japan, when you go there for the first time ever, if you've not been there, old people are everywhere, brothers. Old people. So Japan's population is what? 125 million people. 30% of 125 million is what? That would be 40 million or 35 million. So you're telling me out of the population of 125 million, 40 million or 35 million are over the age of 65. That's an old country, bro. That's old. That's not a good look. Right? So that means there isn't even a lot of women that are walking around, if we're being honest with you, brothers. Right? That's a big problem. It says here, experts blamed fewer marriages in recent years due to the fallout of the COVID pandemic, and the decline is set to continue despite improving the marriage rate. So even though the marriage rate has improved, they're saying that birth rates will continue to decline throughout the year. That's insane. So what they've done to try and fix this. So they've done schemes to boost child rearing, including expanding childcare facilities, offering housing subsidies, and even launching a government-run dating app to encourage marriage and childbearing. And that hasn't worked, right? It hasn't worked. And in more drastic measures, the government agencies launched an experimental 4-day work week for employees of Tokyo metropolitan governments. Okay, and that hasn't worked. Okay, so it says here Japan is standing on the verge of whether we can continue to function as a society. Now, I'm going to be real with you here, right? I'm going to be very honest here. It's over for Japan. Okay, they need immigration. They need immigration. I'm being as brutally honest as possible. Immigration is going to be the thing that sorts us out. And in the next video or clip or what article I'm going to react to, you're going to see that there's been a record number of immigration to Japan in recent years. Okay, so personally, they can't reverse this without immigration. So you will see a lot more passport bros going there. You will see a lot more immigration going there, and you probably will see a lot more mixing with foreign men and Japanese chicks. It's the only way to save Japan. It's the only way. It's the only way they're going to save that country. Immigration is the same, it's exactly what the UK did to save the economy. They had to bring in immigrants from Caribbean, Africa, India, etc., and it did work. So if you're interested in Japanese women, in being a passport bro in Japan, there is no better time. I think now is the best time because the immigration policies are getting a lot more lenient and looser. A lot more lenient and looser. So if you want to move to Japan, I think now, this year, is the best time. Low birth rates, they need people. There's a lot of jobs there. They need people to work these jobs. And I think it's the perfect time to go there, in my honest opinion. So Japan, may be on your radar in the near future.